So, guys, thank you for coming. Yeah, sorry for the laughing, but thank you very much for coming. My name is Joseph Seguya. When we are starting this podcast, we don't actually have a script or something. We have just come to afia, what do we call it in music?
Suddenly, there's a Spanish
improvisation.
Improvising.
We have just come to this podcast to improvise, but we have a topic, and where did it come from? Is okay. Personally, it was from me. Okay, when I grew up, after some time, I realized that actually my parents don't know me. Everything. Okay, they always thought the otherwise. For example, my parents thought I don't go for girls. They thought. Actually, my mom one time told me that, "Hey, Joseph, how is your girl life? I'm worried. Is there a problem we need to solve?"
She was
yeah, I was grown. I think I was at campus, and I never talk about girls. I never post girls. I never do what. So she was like, my son is grown. Why isn't he, bring girls and what? Then I realized, my mom doesn't know me.
She doesn't know what happened in the back.
She doesn't know what happens in the background. And for us who grew up in Masaka, things were very different. Our parents were not people who could speak to. Okay, when you grow up, you start speaking to your mom, but they're not people you could tell when things are not going on. Like, "Mom, please don't do this."
Yeah.
How could you? Even if something is about me, you can't tell them that, "I think Mom should do this." So I found out that actually parents don't know their children. And the thing is that children don't tell their parents, and that's when we came to the topic that things I wished my parents knew about me, all about school, or about if they know them, they would treat you different, So that's the whole idea we are having here. Things you wish your parents knew about you, but they don't know, and they keep on doing that mistake. And maybe when they get to know that part, things will be very different. So, which person here has strict parents?
Both my hands are up. My parents.
You guys, you're not afraid for your parents to see this podcast.
Shout out to my parents. Trust me. What happens after here?
You don't know.
We don't know, but we hope. Let's just hope. Hope never fails. Hope never fails.
I don't know what will happen. Your brother will cut that part
and then send it.
Yes. And send to your parents. But luckily, maybe they will have for you at least your life will be better because they will know things.
Now they will know. Now they will know.
But it depends on maybe how they will perceive it. But yeah, Mr. Latima with strict parents. By the way, what's the meaning of your name?
So my name has actually no meaning.
Latima.
According to me, all the meanings that I find do not satisfy what I want. So I'm going to give it meaning. I'm going to define it.
You're going to define the name?
Yes.
Oh, that Latima means what? What do you wish to define it with?
What? My actions.
And which anyway, we shall see. We
shall
are here,
see.
and you are here.
And I am here, and I've said it on air.
Yeah, so which thing do you wish your parents knew about you?
So first of all, one thing I really wish my parents knew is that when a child reaches a certain age, they start to think rationally. They can know that this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, and maybe if I go down this path, these are the consequences. But I think they assume you do not know.
How?
And when they assume you don't know, it is going to be, they will go in what if mode. If I let you do this, what if this happens? What if this happens? And those what ifs, they're not positive.
So, Latima, I want to assure us that you know what's wrong and what is right.
I can, to a level that Man, I think I am so rational.
Okay, give us an example.
You ask me, for example, give me a scenario. I'll tell you.
For example, are you dating?
I am not dating.
Ah!
I dated
When was that?
last year. I was in senior 4.
You were in senior 4.
Senior 4.
Candidate class. So, at that time, did you know that dating can cause you problems? Or
Yes.
like, which ones?
You can fail.
How? Don't just say you can fail.
Yes.
How does it lead you?
If you do not balance, man, some people, I think their emotions get ahead of them as they have
their goals.
Yes, and then they start I think even during exams, there are actually people who can balance these things. But me, I know how to balance these things. But it ended in senior 4 before even UNEB. But it started.
So for you, it was easier for you to balance.
Yes, very
What about
easy.
the girl you were dating?
I cannot say it was hard for her or easy for her, but I know she used to perform. She's like, what changed in her life was not significant. So let me conclude that she could balance.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were sure that even when you were dating, you knew what was
right and wrong.
Right and wrong.
Yeah, you know the limits. I grew up in an environment where there are limits. So I consider those limits before making a decision.
So the thing is that our parents actually groom us, but they don't even trust us when we are there.
Yeah.
You know, you have been with your parents from year 1, up to 16, maybe. But they have groomed you for those 16 years. But still, they don't trust you
enough. They don't trust you enough.
you know that means it's their problem actually that they didn't groom you well. So growth has to come with trust. You can take an example of Arsenal. Arsenal had at the beginning of the season recruited many people who were good. And then when they came in, okay, of course, Premier League, the pressure. I didn't give the guys a lot of playing time.
Playing time.
And
like
they of course, when you are not on pitch, you are not soft, And now the guy got injuries. He had to bring these people in.
He didn't even trust during
Yes.
During
Now the guys did well, but not to their best, as they were doing before they joined the club. You get my point? And me, when I saw it, I was like, hey, no, Arteta didn't trust these guys when he had the chance. Now he is forced to trust them, and they don't have the experience, And there is a person, I think he said it today. I was teaching some girl, and the mother told me, Joseph, never think that you can read about a problem and the solution in the books. And when that problem happens to you, you will have experience. You must attack the problems yourself. Like the problem has to happen to you. You might read books of business, but you have to start doing business, and those problems happen to you, and then you learn. People might tell you, Banange, service your car until it hits you up. And you're on the road, stranded in the middle of a forest.
Yeah.
Trust me, out of that forest, you will always learn to service your car. So, should we... Sorry,
wait,
sir.
On that, you're saying it is not easy for you to learn from books and stuff. I think there are actually 2 ways to learn.
Mm-hmm.
The first way would be from other people's experience, and people have written how they did things. They have written these things down in books way back, centuries ago.
One way I've survived being scammed on phone, it's because my friends told me by this guy called me.
Oral tradition. Through oral tradition. These are history things.
This happened, do this, don't hold your phone in downtown. Those things have saved
from people's experiences.
Yes. So that's the first way to learn. From then the second way, obviously, from your own experience. So you have an upper hand if you learn from someone else's experience first. So that means we hear stories from our parents. Man, if you go on the road and you do this, you may maybe have an accident or something. Or if you walk at night, they may kidnap you. So those are other people's experiences. Yes.
So to what extent?
I feel like our parents, yes, they give us knowledge, they give us advice. But they should, I don't know, let us fly on our own, like leave us to make our own mistakes. Because I feel like nowadays when our generation's problems are kind of different from theirs.
Yes.
Yes, they're giving us the experiences. Don't do this. When you do this, this will happen. But I feel like times have changed. Like maybe you used to face this, but there are other problems now. Yes, it may apply, but generations, like things are so different.
Yeah.
Like back then, let me say, I want to give a good example. Should I talk about dress code?
Yes.
Now, back then, if you dress the way I've dressed, oh my god. Oh my god.
Rip.
Personally, my dad hates pants. He doesn't want me to wear pants. Okay.
We're also surprised.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we say you were
Yes.
different. This is
Yeah.
different.
Linda is different. Huh?
Pants.
Mm.
So some people have this thing of their decent pants, maybe their office, they are baggy. My father, no, pants are pants. You want to wear your pants, it's okay in the house. Once you go out, you should it. So I feel like back then in their generation, you get backlash. One, you know, they say that means child is getting spoiled. Maybe it's showing different signs. But I feel like nowadays it has changed. It's fashion. I feel comfortable wearing this. I feel like wearing this. Like when I wear this,
I'm comfortable.
but then they don't get that. You understand? It's like.
Auntie, you guys have just talked about learning from people's experiences.
Yeah.
And now, to what extent should you learn from your parents' experiences?
That is tough.
Yeah, because, okay, we can't rule out the experiences.
Yes, you can't.
Because the fact that they love the children a lot. So everything they say is because maybe they worry about, maybe they are not ready for the consequences. But to what extent do you actually, let's say, to what extent have you learned from your parents?
I have really learned manners. Manners in pizza. Like at home, manners is you wake up and greet everyone in the house. These things don't happen in other households.
True.
I'm certain, but they put this in us. So to the extent that I think what they think is best for us is that's the extent to which we learn from them. Like what they think is best for us is what they impart in us. So to the extent to which we follow that, it's just not defined. It is up there. But to the extent to which we should consider something else and consider like our own experiences, I think that starts from childhood. I don't want to even say when you're a teenager. Sure. When you're young, very young, you learn. It's both ways. It's you learn from their experiences, you learn from your own experiences. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Linda.
Okay. Supplementing because I'm agreeing with that as you're saying because generally I am most of what I am is my parents. Because that's how it is. For example, when you make a mistake, I'm kuzabubi. That's the saying. And I believe that's how it is. Because someone may say school. But you realize even when you're at school, we act differently. Even if we get out of school, we act differently. Yeah. So it starts from home. That charity begins at home. It's definitely true.
Yeah.
Because it's from their experiences, what they experience is what they're gonna impact to your life. So they're gonna teach you. I know table manners, knife and fork, what. I've never been to maybe a British family or what. But when you put me on a formal dining setting, I'm going to deliver something like that. We learn from. You told me to what extent. So when I said to a greater extent.
To a greater extent.
I want my parents have. I'm a product of my parents.
Yes.
Grooming, everything, meeting.
In fact, some guys they use that line to con girls. I think I saw it as a meme, and they'd be like, "I am a fan of your parents' work." Now, for example, I am a fan of your parents' work, and then they look at you boldly in the face, and they're telling you, "Your parents, so." Our parents, they do a very good
somehow thing. For us who are now in age of chasing girls, so there are girls you see and you're like, yeah, the parents had a problem.
Yeah.
But I think personally, I think there are things we learn from home, there are things we learn from school, there are things we learn from experiences.
Yes.
Now, there are parents that have taught their children to look for money, and they have learned many things from their parents. There are people there, and you might find that people who teach their parents, their children to get money. Maybe they don't teach them so much about God. So everyone, there are things you get from school, there are things you get from home, there are things you get from friends. But personally, I think, okay, when we go to manners, my parents' product, because the same thing. They taught me to be what to greet people, but my mom taught me to be organized, and it has failed.
I testify. Hey.
Every time I used to go back home in primary and drop my uniform somewhere, they would cane me, but still I would drop that uniform. Yes.
Is there a reason like
my mom has tried so much, but I think through personal experiences, I've somehow learned to be organized, like through mistakes. So I feel like there's things your parents will struggle to teach you and will never learn until you do it. Like you get a problem,
Yes, until the time comes.
So I think things with self-esteem, I think every person, there are things you learn from home and the other things you learn from school. So personally, I think I learned from home. It comes to how do I behave with people, and how I talk. But okay, I blame my home for one thing is self-esteem. Talking to people. For us, the sitting room is for guests. You don't talk to guests. When guests come, run behind the house.
Hey,
Things were serious. We used to have, sofa cloth, like clothes to cover the sofas, and would only put them off when there are guests. To see you sitting in the sofas,
man. Yes, I can.
You can't sit in the yes.
Yes.
And because you don't talk, you can't be real to your parents. You can't be real to the guests. So that grows. You can't. I went to single schools. I went to seminary at some time. The whole environment. No one's allows you to talk to them. And now it's affecting me. It's one of my biggest problems that when I'm talking to someone who is older than me, it's hard for me to speak my mind. However much I try, sometimes I go to the office and today I'm going to tell these people the truth. I'm tired of this thing. I reach there, the guy tells me one or two words and I'm calm. Okay. By the way, I also realize you actually have to thank them. But when you go out, it's you get pain again. So I think that's the problem. Masaka people, not Masaka people with strict homes are one of the mistakes they are doing, and when we grow up, people manipulate us. When you don't speak to people in the face that please, you are doing something wrong, they will never change it.
Yeah.
You are seeing the country we are living in. So Bethel, tell us, which things do you wished your parents knew?
I wish my parents knew that I'm growing up and I need space. Okay, much as I need them, I need my personal space. But just because I've said I need that personal space doesn't mean I'm chasing them away. Like, I just want them to first leave me, try the waters, because I feel like they are everything there, but they are too much. They are so involved, this and this. And I would also wish when I'm talking to them, they don't judge, they understand instead. Because now my mom is this person, maybe you're gonna go through something and like, should I tell her? You first thing for maybe like 2 full days and like, so what? Let me share. Let me be that good daughter, bond with my mom, because I'm the only girl. So let me bond with her, let me tell her. Now, the good thing, she listens. You're going to tell her, mommy, I did this and this and this.
She listens.
She listens. For example, there is this one time I was going to school and I was almost being scammed. And they were going to take everything of mine. I was taking myself to school. Because my parents wanted me to move this.
Okay.
So she's going to listen. You tell her this and this what she's taking her head. Once you're done,
And
I
she
call
starts.
you.
Why did I'm gonna start regretting why
Yeah,
I
why
told
you
you the
told
first
her.
time. And you know what is gonna go? I'm gonna start
Backing
holding
away.
back.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if something was that maybe it's so important, God forbid, maybe rape. It's I made fear to tell her because she's gonna judge me instead. Instead of like maybe understanding and helping me out. So that story was I go to town. I'm in full school uniform, and I'm holding my grab, some other man is helping me carry. And the woman stops me and she's like, hey, Nagalama. I'm like, oh my god, yes, hi. Do you know this they usually those call me, they usually do you know this girl Rachel? So I know a Rachel in my case. Someone like, not Joko. I gave her the other name. So they're like, yes, not Joko Rachel. I'm like, you know what, follow me. I was going there, but you can help me drop that things. I'm even going to give you transport. I'm like, money? I'm making money? So I follow this chick. But don't walk. I get tired, it's hot, I'm in uniform, I'm carrying luggage, I'm supposed to be going to school. It's frustrating me. Then she's like, oh, money? Now, first leave your things with me here. She first asked me, how much money do you have on you? I'm like, I have like 200, but it's safe, it's in my pocket, like, you know those pockets. Like, no, the gem will put it in your bag, you know. She was trying to be concerned. And I'm telling you, baby, put it in your bag, put your bag in front. That was like, now everybody tells me, leave your things here. You go somewhere, man, she's telling me to go somewhere else. Like, there is foul play here. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to school. What? And if you want me to go there, I'm going with my things. So I go with my things. I come back. What's she there? And where I went, I found some policeman. It was think twice. Some clothes shop. She told me that woman is a criminal. Just go to school. So after that, I tell my mom, oh. Never told it that. Now come on, talk to strangers. Don't do the this and this. So I'm like, what did I tell? Because they just quarrel at you, give you your things, and you just feel drained.
Yeah. Actually, thank you for the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like in this whole interaction, you are the one who is saying real things. But that's actually happens. I think parents sometimes they are emotional. You know, they are emotional. They want to understand you. I also sometimes, you know, me as a person who goes to schools, talk to students, after enrolling for the Masters of Education Psychology, I felt like, how can I be different? You know, how can I be different? I can't be here and I'm a psychologist and I'm yelling at people, you know, yelling at students, and I'll say, oh, I'm going to change. No yelling. No what? I went, I think we had carols. Yeah. And then there are people who wanted to perform and I didn't want them to perform. I wanted them to perform last, you know. And I called them at the stage and they were not ready. So I told them you perform last. And when now the guys were like, Mr. Sebia, I yelled, you can leave me, you know. And then I felt, say, oh my God. So, these are kids, you know, they just want to perform, you know. However much they were late, maybe they got something before. So I was like, I've broken my what? My principles. But I think like some parents want to understand. But I think they be emotional. I think this thing of being a listener and be calm is built. And that's why we are here actually. You know, so that's something actually changes, because even me, I think I can't say I'm perfect when people come and tell me their problem, especially when the problem concerns music. You know, there is sport. You know, something affects me. You know, when you know when you are telling, you know, Linda, for example, when you told that to your aunt, okay, she would listen. Oh, Bambi, next time don't do that. Don't. But your mom, when you know it's her things, yeah. She's getting affected directly. So this girl, I told, and then so it takes actually courage. It takes time for a parent to get used to listening to their children and they actually digest and they become. You know, because one time I made a survey, I asked like 10 students this very question: which things did you think your parents should know about you? And one of the most common things, everyone was excited to write. I think I wish my parents knew this. I wish my parents. And the thing that was very, very common, I wish my parents knew that however much they yell at me, I will not change. Okay, there are things that requires time, and your parents can yell at you and you don't go out, but the one to go out has not, it's not out.
Maybe they don't even understand why you're telling them.
They're not understanding, because our parents affect us the most, I tell you. And I think they should learn to be delicate with us. One time one person asked me, why, Joseph, why are you studying education psychology? And I explained here to people, Joseph, before psychology was there, when people grooming children, now what do you want to change? Some people groom people like freelance, but the person grows up to be a successful person. And that already shows the stereotype that I'm the mother, I know what to do. They think that they are in the thing about grooming their children is inborn.
And it is not.
It's not. It's not inborn. It's something you have to work for. It's something you have to develop every day.
Yeah.
So parents think, I know what this girl wants. I know what you want.
In fact, I think firstborns, they are groomed very differently compared to, especially if they are like, let's say, 6 kids, 10 kids. Firstborns are very different from lastborns. In fact, lastborns, they're outgoing, they are they are very happy. Lastborns are very interesting.
So because which people do you think say things and we listen most? As teenagers, because we are here, you're talking about which people in your life, which people, Linda, have said things to you and you actually changed, and how did they say them to you?
I feel like my close friends, and I feel like our parents should know that we care about our friends and we value them more, because with time our friends become our family.
Yeah.
Like, I only have one brother, we had 2. My mom, my dad. Other than that, I don't know anyone. My other relatives are so distant. I remember the last time I talked to them. I know they are fine, but we not build that connection. So that people have maybe been with in secondary for like years. They become family. So my close friends, when they tell me something, I really listen. Like, and this type of telling you that, man, I need to talk to you. Just no. Because somewhere I tell you, but I will lean that this and this, man. You know what? Change. Oh, yeah. I feel like they have impact. My parents too.
I agree.
But I feel like with my parents, when they tell me something, it depends how they tell me to. Now, when you yell at me, I turn off. When maybe my mom wants to tell me something and she starts yelling, I'm gonna switch my mind off. It's gonna be like background noise. And when she's done, I'm gonna be like, okay, I didn't intervene. But maybe when she sits me down and talks to me like normally, they call it man to man.
Man to man. Man to man.
Yeah, my daughter like this and this. So I feel like our parents too, but how are they talking to you? Because my friends, when they're talking to me, they don't yell at me. We are peers, But when my parents yell at me, I switch off, I zone out. So mommy and daddy, every time you yell at me, I'm sorry, I'm not listening.
So yelling doesn't work.
Bad. This podcast, I have looked at the time. I feel like it has just started. When you talk, things have come by. Yeah. Because, okay, so personally, people that have impacted my life when I was still a teenager, because I'm quite old. I'm 25 now. Time is running, man. I thought at 25 what will not happen. There's a time I thought like, I wouldn't. But the people who, my parents were strict people, but in O level, I was a mediocre in class. As I told you, in volleyball, They always left me out. Then in music, because I was a musician, still I saw young people passing by me, and I was okay. I don't have jealousy. You have passed, it's okay.
Good for you.
Good for you. I'm fine where I am. But even in academics, now the turning point was in senior 3, when I had to pass. It's not supposed to go to senior 4. And yes, and my father told me, when you get job, there is a school in Chotela. But so he told me the fees,
Trust me, that line works.
Yeah.
It always works.
Because my father was very strict every time. Joseph, why are you doing this? But there's that one time he just came to school. He was very calm. He told me, Joseph, I've seen that your siblings will miss you when you go back home, and then you go to Chotela. So how do you see when you go straight to Chotela? Because that's why you're going to study from. It was like, he wasn't bothered about the grades or what. It was like, okay, and you go to Chotela because I've already given your grandmother money to pay for your holidays. But Joseph, your grandmother wants to work in the morning, so what? So you have to start waking up early to get used. He was very calm and very serious. So he gave me money to give to my spiritual father, and he told me, you don't need to go home. When the term ends and things are not all right, just go to Chotela, go to Wood Shell, get a taxi. Because he told me I will not have a phone to call my grandma. So he gave me the sketch. You pass here. Mm-hmm. And the school was called Chotela Central. And my beer. I went and sat down. And so Joseph, because the fact is that I knew it. I'm not supposed to be chopped. But then I was playing, what parents do when they yell at us, they give us the information. And that information doesn't change anyone. They will tell you, do this, the information will go there. And we already knew the information. I know that when I will get chopped, I'll have to go somewhere. But, the information has to sink in and you actually start acting. And it's not done by talking to you, yelling, my Joseph, because my mom would sometimes even cry in my eyes. Joseph, mom, you work hard, money, you have given you money, you see at home, we have not remained with everything. What? Because when you're going to school, mothers, you take everything, all their money. Mommy, I don't have this. Oh, mommy, I don't have this. Mommy, I don't have this. And that move that was made by my father changed everything. I got 79% average. Yet I was getting 43.
Yo.
43. I passed even the people who saw me in senior 4 like, Joseph? Actually, they started thinking that the school favors people. Because why am I?
Connections.
Why is Joseph in senior 4? Yes. Why is Joseph? Musicians. But and when parents use, in psychology, teenagers, if you want to change teenagers' minds, you touch their emotions, you tell them something that connects with their emotions. When something is from them, it will be easier, and there's this thing, it's called, I don't know the name, but it's called engaging. For example, Linda, if I tell me, oh, now, Joseph, in holidays, I want to be productive, and then I tell you a lot of things. You do this. Trust me, when I call you the next morning, you're only remembering small things, the things that connect to your emotions. Why? Because I didn't allow you to talk about it. So when I tell you, Linda, I think you should go for this course, it's better you tell me the limitations, and we try to solve these limitations. No, you see me, Joseph, I can't leave home. But when I tell you without allowing you to speak, the things will pass by because you already have it in your mind that this can't happen. But when you talk about it, things can. So if parents allow children to talk about things, when they bring something, you bring something. That's you get the limitations and you solve them. to the extent that some parents ask their children on VD, Joseph, what's wrong? Why are you not performing? And the children know the reason, but they can't say it out. Sometimes even when parents try to be nice, that one time, students can't tell them. Why? Because they have this thing in your head that, you are building a wall with your children. With your children, because that's why I'll never take to my children to schools I can't afford. When you take your children to a school that you struggle so much to get money for, you will be emotional. You be home, you think about how much you struggle to take that kid in that school. Kati no stress na nojimutekako. Umbona nsula bwenu nga nkola sente. Yet their children, I was at Kisu, their children who pay 90 million a term, and they are studying, and their parents don't even remind them about their money, because this young kid, you are reminding about how much you pay, you are taking esteem from them. They start thinking that my mom is poor, and this stress you are putting on them is, they do not think about your money. Trust me, however much you remind them about your money, they will not think about the money. After video agenda kusangala tima wali amuge money kachiki tole togerako, and the boy's mind will switch to Latima. Vidi ewede.
When are you going for football?
Because this person allows, there is interaction. When you talk about something, they will feel, they will listen and stuff. What's something that your father has ever told you, and he thought, kati agenda chuka nchimugambye munyonyodde yet?
So when I was changing my combination, I was on a phone call with my dad. So I told him, you know what, Daddy? The time has come, I've changed my combination. And he first kept quiet. So I was like, man.
Hello?
So then he came back and started telling me stuff. Like, even when I tried to say, so Daddy, no. It is fine. Let me call the HM. You're going to do Ent. There's Ent, you can do paint, there's economics. And me, I had already decided, like inside me, I knew. Let him first let me tell him why. So he didn't know that. He didn't even know why I changed to music. So I think parents should first listen. And I think the listening thing is built. It does not just come. Maybe you realize it maybe after this podcast that you're not talking to your kids, and then you try. It comes with time.
Tomorrow, you are being nice. Because, in psychology, there is, we rate consciousness to an iceberg. What happens an iceberg? To an iceberg of Uganda? No. But an iceberg, the tip that is seen is small.
It's very small.
But when the biggest tip is down. So that's what happens with our unconscious mind and unconscious mind. What do I mean is that you may want to do something. That's your conscious mind. I have to read books. The conscious mind, but it's the smallest. But then your unconscious mind will not allow you to read books. The unconscious mind is not actually ordered by the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is that when you tell someone, change, you should do this. But then an unconscious mind, the friends they are with, the self-esteem, they know how much emotion are you putting in something. Have you listened to them? That's what can change their unconscious mind. But the same thing is when it happened to people who are seeing us here, that today you are going to say, I'm not going to talk to my children. But that's your conscious mind. But then the unconscious mind, which things do you think these parents should do in the unconscious mind to maybe start unconsciously listening to their children?
I think parents should, in fact, share with their children
their problems.
Yes. Not even their problems, anything. For me, my mom, we used not to talk like to our parents a lot, like when we were young. But an age came and my mom would come back from work, and then she would start telling us stories, and she would tell us, today this and this happened, my boss this and this. And then sometimes some things are fun, some things are just sad. And then she would just tell us, and us would laugh about it. Then time came and we are telling her stuff. In fact, up to now, we tell her things. But I think it's also a character. But still, you should share.
You
with
can
each other.
learn.
You can learn to share.
Linda, what do you think?
Communication, how they talk to us. I feel like if my parents talk to me, I feel like the way they talk, a parent should talk to maybe a 5-year-old, and me who's now, I'm making 20-year-old is different. It's different, totally different. Because let me see, 5-year-old, this, that, they're gonna do everything.
What about even, let me cut you short, even at 5 years, parents should not talk to children like that. What happens is that you're going to be a psychologist after this thing. But in psychology, okay, the things that impact our behavior most are the things that happen to us between 1 year and 4, 5, and 6. You know, you being shy. Okay, school can make you more, but when you get a chance not to be, you easily adopt and stop being shy. If when we are growing up between 1 year and 6 years, your parents put the environment was not allowing you to be shy. It's like beating children for talking, doing what those things take away esteem forever. You know, so from 5, if you know your children, okay, they might be like conservative to you or not say things to you, but when they can say things to someone else, that means you at least they have the esteem, they can talk, but they just can't talk to you. That's okay. But then they're children who can talk to anyone. They think everyone is what? Everyone will yell at them because that's what happened when they were 6. Now the reason you remember when you said in school, they say schools groom us, but in school everyone is different because of the young. You know, when they were 1 to 6, what happens? And I'm very sure very few people at that age be in school. So what your parents do to you at that age is what determines your behavior and how you rate with people.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I think the way parents talk to us, communicate to us, will definitely change things. For example, my mom likes yelling a lot for that. This is her, mommy, I love you. But if I don't know, do this and there's also this thing of we have pressure within us. Maybe no man time the clock. Now, like I've told you, I'm coming 20. Obviously, I'm thinking, see, how fast this. What am I going to do? And now I'm in my vacation, work. I'm supposed to work. At the end of work, I want to be a different person. Like I want to be I see myself somewhere. So I'm thinking, yes, I want to be there, but which goes like I have many things running at the back of my mind. But I feel like our parents don't know this. They're going to you there on the bed, lousy. No, the phone. Every time my mom sees me with that phone, they're wasting time on WhatsApp. This. I'm actually not. I do many things here. Like my life evolves around here. I'm learning editing. I want to invest in forex. Most of that social media handling. If I talk to my friends, I have to keep my social circle because I'm gonna need my friends. Everything.
You are trying to follow up what is going on.
Follow up what's going on, new trends and everything. But
because the kind of friends you'll be having are the friends who see you. You know you have to be updated.
Those are the friends.
Yes.
And the friends will come.
That's my mom.
But your mom will ask you for connection. Yet we're not trying to attack your mom. But parents, when you grow up, they ask us, they are worried that we don't have friends. But then they are they are very reason why we didn't have friends. Why we're not following the trends. You get my point?
So I feel like when they're talking to us, it's like they don't know we also know. I don't know. They don't know that we also have that pressure behind us. Like maybe, for example, in school, like that point where maybe from 3, from 5, you're gonna get chopped, man. You have that pressure. But some parents don't know that you actually, for them they think in your mind you're there, okay, maybe some kid But one thing I know, chopping pressure, majority, or maybe
Yeah.
when you want to get promoted, it's every time you're waking up, it's at the back of your mind. I'm laughing with you, but I know, man, haven't tried this. So we have it, but then our parents, I feel like they don't think we do have it. So the way they talk to us just tears us, like breaks your heart. So I feel like they should trust us. They should know we also have that pressure behind us that everyone wants to become someone. As much as they want us to be somewhere in life, we want it as much as they want it. I also want to be somewhere in life. I want to be a responsible person. I want to be rich. I want to be rich. So they should also know that, and not the way they're talking to us doesn't. It encourages us not to make us maybe feel down, and also that tone, banana.
The tone.
That tone.
Yeah, and in fact, I think they should use that tone the least. They should be disgusted to using that tone. Like that tone does more harm than good. That tone just damages people. Like, for example, you find a kid who has been greeting elders, like in the morning, he wakes up, greets everyone in the house, and then the one time he just walks past you, you call him back and he comes and looks up to you, and you knock his head. You've forgotten, you've forgotten, and that is not going to, like, it is not impactful.
True.
It does not help him. So I just think you should find out why. I don't know, talk to him nicely. However much you have issues of fees, just talk to the kid nicely. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for giving us this information. Let me think it's going to reach to the right people. We are trying to close the generation gap between the Gen what? The Gen Z and the millennials who are your parents.
Oh dear, millennials.
Because and that's good, because at this time, me, I'm old, but we don't have a real conversation. Okay, it's hard for me to have a real conversation with my father. Can you imagine? And that's beautiful.
You can start now.
Yes, I try. Sometime when you're talking about some things, we have it. But I feel like I should actually be talking to my father more often. I should always be calling my father, but like that, how are you? How are things going? But when I ask my father, okay, fine, things are going on fine. Even when he asks me, things are going on, even if they're not going on fine, things are fine. So even if
how was
now
it?
Short answer.
Short answer.
And if maybe my father closed that gap when we were little, my father was a very good man when I was young, but now he started spending too much money in school fees, and I was not producing results. Twakola tuti. We parted ways, but now we have to build it. We have to take some time building it. So your parents don't want to be these guys' friends when they grow up, when you have not built this same thing when they are young. I've seen families where I go and like, oh wow, when the father, the mother, they are home laughing about something it never happened. I know.
It's going to happen. I'm sure he's going to watch this video.
2026 goals. We're writing our goals.
Yes.
Goals. Put it in goals.
And the most our parents reach a time when they are lonely. Actually, reach some age and they're lonely, and the people who are supposed to help them and be there for them are their children, and they've created a big gap between them and their children. And now they are lonely because they wanted this, because they were yelling at them, because what. So, and I know a daughter, she's now old, but this belief she has in herself is like this. And in high school, your friends will never help you to have self-esteem, because they are teenagers. Teenagers, what do? They are selfish with their emotions. They think about themselves. So they will never try to pull out Bethel. No. So if you don't make sure your child has esteem at the first You know, like parents who are limiting their children, don't go for this, don't go for this, don't go for this, don't go for this. How is this child going to build their esteem? And then after they're telling them, you have to be rich, you have to work hard. You know, the esteem was not built when you were young. You know, you were having your children home. They have now been seated at home for 2 weeks.
I think 2 weeks is a lot. Man, I know people. A whole vacation.
And the father is no. Do you know what they're fearing? Is them going out and maybe be raped or something. It's no. And now you go to campus, they throw you out. Go!
Gone.
You have 1 day to learn to be alone. I said, what? You know, the girl is in campus.
To find
Yes.
friends of which you didn't have a good connection with them back in high school.
Yes. You know, you at the whole vacation you have been lost. Your friends don't know you. You know.
Don't remember. What's
Yeah.
You know they don't know you, and now you are in campus with roommates that also don't know you. You know, you are just learning to live with different environments.
You're getting your first experiences, like the experiences you could have got, I don't know when.
And then making matter worse, there are those that tell their children you should commute, you should be home, you should from home to campus. And then after graduation, were you studying alone? Where is your boyfriend? I want the boyfriend see me when I was
commuting. When it comes for me to go for a movie,
yes.
We have come to pick you.
And now
movie.
Yeah.
Let me pay for Netflix.
Do you know there are boys that find it, they are grown, but they find it hard to talk to girls, to get a girlfriend. I know people, you know, this guy is shy, you know, more shy. Too shy people, mugende.
A couple of shy people.
The couple of shy people, and there are girls who actually find problem with finding men.
I have a friend. Are you seeing how we are seated? This is too much. She can't. Like this distance. You say it's big. She can't.
You know, now I think parents should look ahead and leave these people to take the risks. Because now you are taking this girl to. It's like you have a daughter or a son is in VAC. He's going to campus, and they have never gotten drunk. And you are very sure when they go to campus, that time is going to come. And they will not know how to manage it when they are drunk.
Because their friends are like, I never see, but it's...
Because you don't know, you don't even know how it tastes.
I don't want to get drunk. Are you sure I want? Yes, you want. Okay. One glass down.
These days they brought cocktails. It's sweet. You don't know. It's not alcohol.
It's
just
juice.
Yes, it hits you, and then the people you are with, you know, they might not be caring for you that much, and you know, you see the risk you're creating for your daughter. But if a boy is going to campus, I know, this VNA, don't taste it. These cocktails, you have to first find out, are they alcoholic or not? So it's better they make these mistakes when they're in your presence than when they are, because time has to come when you let them.
Yeah,
go.
And they have the experiences, you refuse them to, they will reach the
don't want to do the things you said no to.
Yeah,
you said no to this. Shisha. How do I sniff it? Those things.
So thank you very much, Bethel and Latima, for sharing with us. I know it's already night. How are you going to go home? Did you tell your parents you are coming here?
They are going to know after watching the podcast. After watching the podcast.
Let's probably watch it.
They will watch it.
They have to.
Yes.
Because you have to tell them where
I'm going to tell them I'm from the podcast. I'll tell you the story.
We might wait for you on Friday to come for the meeting, and you are not there.
I'm not there.
So guys, thank you very much. We are hoping that for the best.
Yeah.
Latima.
Yo.
Chika man, I was supposed to go for that concert. But